feel like a pretty good bounce back in recent after I know a game you guys weren't happy with in Montreal?
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely the effort we wanted tonight, and just a nice bounce back game after last night. I thought we played really hard. They played really hard on their end as well, and it wasn't an easy game, but obviously it took a full 60-minute effort there from everybody.
What was the mood around the group today, Auston, after last night?
I think not too happy, obviously, with the result, and you always want to get off to a good start. Obviously, it is one game, but you always want to start off well and implement stuff that we've been working on throughout the training camp and everything like that. So, like I said, it's a good bounce back win for us. Nice to get on the board, nice to play in front of the fans tonight, and the atmosphere was rocking, so it was a lot of fun.
How much credit does the penalty kill deserve for what they were able to get done in the third?
Yeah, some huge blocks, Rhodes, Holler. Facing a power play like that, and a guy that can obviously shoot the puck on the other side like Ovechkin. So, I thought Sammy stood tall, all night. Obviously, that second goal, he'd probably tell you want back, but I thought he was solid. He didn't let that rattle him at all, and he just stayed in there, stayed poised, and it was really good for us.
You touched on it a bit. These are two pretty skilled teams, but did that feel like it had a little bit of edge to it that game?
Yeah, I think especially early on, this is a home opener. Obviously, the atmosphere is going to be really good, and the fans are into it. So we wanted to come out and obviously have a better effort than the night before, and get on the board.
When you tipped that puck and it went right at the goalie, did you have a sense at all it was going to go in?
No, I didn't know, honestly. It just happened.
Did you have any idea that The Rock was here until he was on the jumbotron?
I didn't. No, I didn't. It was, I was, just TV timeout, kind of minding my own business, and I look up and The Rock comes flying out of nowhere. It was pretty cool. Obviously, he got the building going pretty good, but it's pretty cool to see a guy like that come by and obviously get the crowd going. It's pretty sweet.
Did you like his new chant? Let's go Leafs.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody should have told them, but still awesome moment overall.
Obviously, the more awesome, but you guys quickly have to turn the flip switch to Ottawa. It's a team that's done a lot in the off season. Battle of Ontario hasn't been, with both teams being good in a long time. What's that rivalry going to be like this season?
Yeah, it's I think I said this a couple weeks ago, but I think our whole division got a lot better. If you look, up and down everybody's lineups, they've added pieces. Guys have more experience. So obviously they've added a lot of Kais, and their younger guys are going into more experienced years and stuff like that. So it'll be a good game. Obviously, it'll be a good day off for us tomorrow after back-to-back to start the season. But make sure that we're doing everything we can to be ready for Saturday.
John, what was the biggest difference tonight for your team?
I think we talked about being more patient with our game. I think we tried to do a little too much yesterday. Caught us chasing a little bit. So just sticking with it. Obviously, it was more of a physical night, I think, compared to yesterday. It was a hard-fought game. Just stuck with our game, and eventually, the process, the identity we want to have, we broke through and got some big plays when we needed them. Sammy was great in net, so hard follow around penalty kill did a great job. So a lot of good things today.
It was one game last night, but in this market, oftentimes it's not just one game. What was the feeling around the group today?
Just excited to play again. It's the start of the season. Coming back home, having our home opener in front of our fans, we're excited about it. Obviously disappointed yesterday and not playing the way we needed to in our level of execution. So just rebound today against a good hockey team, and you want to break through and get that first one, which was nice to get.
What have you learned about Samsonov since you've been around him? This is obviously a big night for him. You faced an old team. Can you imagine doing it with the specter of a home opener and looking for the team to bounce back too?
Yeah, it can't be easy. So I think for us, just try to get him to settle in and play well in front of him. And I think he, started to get a good feel for his game. And I think with us in front of him as the game went on, obviously made some key saves, a lot of shots through traffic that he just tracked really well and handled, and obviously some big penalty kills, especially in the third period. So not easy, and hell of a job for us, and obviously gave us a great chance to win, and good to come through for him.
Surprised to see The Rock here?
I heard that. You can't miss him, I guess. But you just try to keep your focus. Those TV timeouts in between, worrying about the start of play again. But hard person to miss. So you got the crowd fired up for sure.
Do you remember Felix the Cat?
love Felix the Cat.
You grew up watching the Battle of Ontario as well in those playoff series, and Ottawa got a lot better this summer. What are you expecting? And what do you remember about the Battle of Ontario and how intense it was as a fan?
Yeah, I definitely remember it. I remember getting in practices, getting score updates from parents when those series were going on. So, no question, they made a lot of good moves this off season, and they always compete hard. Have always played us tough. No doubt they want to continue to push and get better, and it'll be a great test in a couple days.
How nervous was that last minute?
When you've been through it, I think a few times, and then just the nature of the game, competing, and the juices are flowing. And I think the belief and confidence in our group, you feel pretty good, but no doubt, especially when you got a shooter like Ade on the ice, he doesn't need much to find a way. So just on your toes, watching the guys compete and do a great job, some great blocks and reads to kill some plays. Like I said, Sammy's strong in the net, so no doubt tense moments, but great job by the guys.
What was that like going up against the guys that you faced in practice for all those years in a real game tonight?
A lot of emotion, in the first period. First game with this for me and with my whole team. But I'm enjoying, get some smile right now.
A lot of emotion,
Win an important game for us. Everything is good.
Are Ovechkin's shots harder in games?
With my whole team.
But
I'm enjoying, get some smile right now. We're winning an important game for us.
really quick, hard to reaction.
Everything is good.
But we got a lot of block shot, PKs play really good today. My game is much easier with them. We block a puck, we play real smart.
What were those final?
But
we got
a lot of
shorthanded
block
twice in
shot,
the final 4 minutes. What was those final 4 minutes
play
like?
really good today.
Yeah,
My game is much easier.
It's hard, but
we block a puck,
we win.
we play really smart.
What was the building like to play in tonight? Home opener, crowds into it?
It's unbelievable. Fans is so loud.
It's hard, but
unbelievable. I really enjoy play here.
You a wrestling fan? The Rock was in the building. Wrestling, The Rock. You know who The Rock is?
It's unbelievable. Fans is so loud. Unbelievable. I really enjoy
your
playing.
former teammates say anything to you during stoppages in play?
It's my whole team makes a lot of talking with me today. A lot of bad words,
How did you settle yourself down after the first period?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
How did you settle yourself down after the first period?
Whole team makes a lot of talking with me today.
After second goal, a little bit wake up call for me, I need to do a little bit different,
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
What I say, a little bit nervous. It's a hard what time you get nervous, your reaction
second
is
goal,
slow,
a little bit wake up call for me, I need to do a little bit different.
We play better and the team,
what I say, a little bit nervous.
a lot of great pieces for a big picture.
It's hard what time you got nervous, your reaction is slow, you're moving bad.
This is just a mental, not to the technique, not to the my speed, my feet work,
we got unbelievable work today. A lot of great pieces for a big picture.
A little bit low, for stay middle full game.
This is just a mental, not to the technique, not to my speed, my feet work, just more like mental,
This
your mental time a little bit high, you need to get some a little bit low, for stay middle full game.
But like how I say, this is just a regular game. Got some more 80 games, this is past. This is history.
What do you think of Justin Ball blocking those release shots?
This game,
unbelievable. He's got a great work,
how I say, this is just a regular game.
My work,
got
my
some more 80 games,
thank you guys, thank you defense, thank you fans. I'm so happy.
You guys just saw a better effort from your players tonight. Happy with the result?
Well, I had no issue with our effort last night. It was our execution and how we played. It wasn't an effort thing, but certainly played with more purpose here tonight. It was a tough game. That was a hard game that really ultimately could have gone either way, but I liked how our guys stuck with it and got the goal we needed in the third period and did a good job after that, and even with the penalty kills late, did a really good job. And Sammy, after giving up too early in the game, keeps it there. And really all you can ask for. Goalie can keep it at 2 or less. You got a real good chance to win consistently. So I really liked how he just dug in and kept it there, and it's a big win. Big win for us and a big win for him. So glad the guys got it done for him.
What was your sense of what tonight meant for him, like on an emotional level, career level? He said he had quite a bit of nerves and needed to calm himself down after that second goal.
Yeah, I don't have a great sense of that, to be honest, other than the obvious, in my perception of it. I didn't want to make it a bigger thing than it needed to be. And add to that, I know Curtis has spent a lot of time with him, and, we gave him we gave him lots of notice well in advance that he was going to be starting in this game. So to that end, I think he had lots of time to process whatever is there, but there's a lot going in the game, and I can see, even late in the game, some of the TV timeouts and stuff, I could see some of their players kind of getting in his ear a little bit and stuff like that. Who knows what they're talking about? But there's lots of stuff to add to the list of things that are new to you. Not to mention playing the home opener here in front of our fans, coming off a loss last night. So happy for him here tonight to get the win and that he he did his job tonight to keep them at 2.
And it was only 2 games. Are you satisfied with your goaltending so far?
I mean, it's early. It's early. We certainly got the win tonight, and Sammy did his thing. So, we're happy today.
Comment on your penalty killing, especially shot blocks at the end.
Yeah, all through the game. Obviously we know the threat that's there with Ovechkin, and Dean had a good plan for the guys. The guys executed. Justin Hall, a number of times flexing out there and sacrificing himself to, you're going to get hit with that thing. It's not a comfortable feeling, but. Steps in there multiple times, gets the job done, and 6-on-4 late, didn't give up much. Those are the kind of things early in the season that, 6-on-4 especially, as I don't think that's anything we've worked at yet. But guys competed, got the job done.
It's just a 6-on-4, 6-on-4 with Ovechkin and Carlson and Vetzov.
Yeah, there's a number of challenges there, for sure. And there's different things. Ovechkin's. He's, I think he's starting to pass the puck or deliver the puck to the net a lot more frequently now, because teams have been taking him away for so long now, and he's adapting. You could see that in the preseason and in his game last night, and he did it again tonight. But yeah, there's a number of threats there that, and that ref's arm goes up. It's a tough feeling in such a close game, but credit to our guys for just digging in and getting the job done.
Yarncroc got a goal tonight. What do you like about that third line, with Kerfoot and Engel? They haven't played a great deal together, obviously, Pierre's injury and all that, but what do you think that line can be?
Well, I think it can be a line that I can rely on defensively, but has the ability to contribute offensively for us as well. So it's a bit of a hybrid, of sort of, our sort of a. The Camp line takes on a lot of real hard defensive assignments, doesn't get a whole lot of offense, and then Kerfoot's going to be somewhere in the middle there. He's getting a little bit of both, coming out on the fly a lot more and that. But today, just the nature of the game, there was a lot of face-offs. There's more face-offs in our D zone than I would have liked. So I had to use more than just the Camp line in that situation. But I thought he won some big face-offs for us. Yarncroc on the right side won a big face-off for us on the penalty kill late. Those guys just bring a lot of versatility to us.
Those 2 lines, the bottom 6, as we call them, are as deep as bottom 6 as you've had since you've been here?
Well, it's early, but in terms of how I'm deploying the team, it feels different on the bench. I feel like we've got a lot more guys that can take on defensive responsibilities and defensive load, play against anybody. I don't have to be too concerned about matchups. I think, in a game like tonight, you can just sort of see the minutes. Some of our top guys, their minutes are going to come down, and some of those other lines are going to go up. It's just the nature of the game, whether that's if the game is close or we're winning, or if there's a lot of penalty kills. You're going to see sort of how that goes. So that's something I'm going to have to monitor. But it's a good feeling, and I think there's a real sense of value and togetherness on our bench. Everybody knows they have a part in everything.
TV time out in the first period, I'm sure you're really busy with lots of stuff, but did you happen to look up and see The Rock, and say, hey, what the hell is he doing here?
I knew he was going to be in the building tonight, so I wasn't as surprised. But I had sort of it had sort of slipped my mind because there was a bit of a plan for him to come in and chat with the team before the game, but he had some commitments that were a conflict, and he couldn't make it work. But yeah, it was great seeing him. I think he's such a presence, and you could just sense the crowd right away. He got my attention right away to try to figure out what the noise was about. So a reminder that he was in the building, and he's such a presence, and everything got everybody going. It's terrific.
Sheldon, looking ahead to Saturday, a lot of people are expecting a rekindling of the Battle of Ontario with the way that Ottawa has gotten better and the teams haven't been good at the same time. What do you remember about watching that rivalry back in the day? And also, you were in Pembroke, a city you could see the provincial rivalry kind of split.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of where the two teams have been at, I felt that since I've been in this position. I feel like we always get Ottawa's best. Regardless of the situation, probably not unlike it was in Montreal last night. It's just no matter what's happening with the teams. It seems to always be a tight and competitive game. So I'll expect, nothing less. They lost tonight, so I'm sure they're going to come in even more hungry for that reason. Yeah, but I think it's they've got a lot of great players. They've added a lot and had a terrific offseason and given themselves more depth, and they've got a lot of belief in what they're doing there, and we're going to have to be prepared for that. But I think it is a terrific rivalry and battle, and the more you can have of that within the season, I think is a good thing.
No coach wants to call their team out after one game. What's been the last 24 hours been like for you, to put it into some kind of perspective?
Yeah, it's been a challenge. Certainly. I talked about that with our coaches, that you don't want to use one of those bullets after game one, but I just do think it's really important. It was an important time for us just to we have high expectations as a team, and not just in terms of the results that we want to get as we go through this journey, but just how we conduct ourselves and how we perform. And something like the first game of the season, I think was a good opportunity for us to build positive momentum and really get rolling, and we didn't get that done. So I think it was important for us to really talk about that, be honest about it, not just brush it aside as just another game or just one game of 82. But we had a frank discussion this morning, and I thought the guys responded really well. Like I said, that's not an easy game to play tonight. The team played hard against us. There was not a lot of free ice out there. They were very competitive. It's a big, strong team with skill, dangerous, power play. We really had to dig in a lot here tonight. I know it's back-to-back for both teams, but still, both teams playing hard. You emptying the tank early in the season like that. So it was a good response, and always nice to come on the right side of it.
You mentioned face-offs, obviously a big part of your team, right? And then you have Auston winning a big one on his goal. John had a good night tonight. They remain a big part of this club.
Yeah, face-offs are a strength of our team. Through 2 games, it hasn't been as much of a strength or an asset as we'd like it to be. I think John was really strong there tonight, and we've got Kerfoot taking draws, who hasn't taken a lot, and Yarncroc just the same. And Camphor ends up taking a lot of draws on his offside, which is not ideal. So it hasn't been as much of an asset as we'd like it to be, but certainly has the ability to be, and we won some important ones here tonight.
Matt, were you Saturday night or just that?
We'll talk about it. We really just focus on these two, and we'll enjoy the day off tomorrow. I'll come back and you guys can ask me then.